Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tengu Unplugged. Today I finally get to Adventure Capitalist, the thing that for those of you who know me and can see my Steam list is the game that has the most hours on it. Those hours are not active hours, obviously, they're passive hours, but as clicker games go, they tend to take a lot of time just being up in the background, so that's why I have that time. But since I do have so many hours in it, and the game actually does do clever things to kind of keep you into it, even though there isn't much going on, I figured I'd go through it with an event. Today, the Valentine's event has just started, and apparently there's, let's see, 6 days left to get these 10 objectives done. So ordinarily, let me just take you on a quick tour of the other things before I jump into the Valentine's event. This is the main game, the Earth game, and you basically have all of these different things you can invest in. The reason I haven't used all of my cash is because I'm waiting for something, but you can invest in these. You can also upgrade things. So you can buy cash upgrades, which will make things go faster, or mainly add profit multipliers. You can buy angel upgrades, which will make things just a little bit cheaper, things like that. Gold upgrades, if you want to actually give them your money, this is where you would do it. I have not given them any of my money yet. As I mentioned in the Crusaders of the Lost Idols video as well, I enjoy free-to-play games, but I enjoy them because they're free. If I start paying money, then I would probably just rather play a normal game. So I don't usually tend to pay money, but I understand the people who do. If they do get enjoyment out of it, it is kind of a simple enjoyment. Like I mentioned on Twitter, it is the equivalent of like organizing your bookshelf or something. Just those little pleasures that you get out of life. Simple things you don't have to think very much in a society where you have to think all the time. It's nice to relax with one of these. You can also buy managers, which I've already bought all of them, that basically automatically do the clicking for you. So you basically just have to sit here and watch the money roll in. Right now I'm at Novem Sexagentillion on Earth, but we've also got Mars and the Moon. But let's go to the Moon first. So even if you're offline, you do get cash. So there's not much. If nothing's really going on to click on, then you might as well just keep it offline. But Moon's set up in much the same way. You've also got angel investors, which give you bonuses. So as the money starts rolling in, you can reset your game to get more of these. And when you do that, you get more of a bonus. So you get a temporary knockback, but over time, usually, as long as you have usually about double the angel investors of what you have now, it's worth resetting, because that basically speeds things up quite a bit. And go over to Mars. Mars is different from the other two in that it did have this like special bonus that you could deploy, but I'm done with the Mars event, so everything's pretty much filled out here. I just let it roll. So let's go over to the Valentine event. Okay, so let's go over to the Valentine event. Let's launch it. This is the first time I'm seeing it as well, so I have no idea what's going to be in here. I'll probably turn the music off in case it does roll into any copyright things. So let's do that. It already has kind of a classic like 80s love movie theme to it. So, coming into a new event, things are going to move very slow at first because we don't have any investors or managers or anything like that. It's just going to be clicking, waiting, clicking, waiting. That's how it goes. Let's check the event info. So love is in the air, but not just the love of money. To celebrate the Valentine's event, the 1-year anniversary of AdCap, this game, and the appreciation we have for our players who wanted to do something special for you. In addition to unlocking badges, gold, and megabucks, you can also unlock the limited edition red suit. So this will help probably in the main game as well. It'll only be available for players who earn it during this event. I definitely want that. The suit will have a special power when you wear it on other planets. Thank you for your ongoing investment in capitalism. Well, I definitely want to get that suit because I'm getting a little tired of waiting for Earth money to roll in. Would be happy to finish this thing off. So let's go for that. Let's look over here in career. You can now switch between male and female if you want to. You can also have that. Badges, so let's see. Here are the badges I have to get. No, those are the badges I already have. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, there's nothing really in this event. Stats, swag, connect. Alright. Nothing special going on in there. So let's check out what this meter of love does. It'll apply a multiplier to the profits of all investments when it is fired. You can tap the Cupid button to fight back and keep it running. We've made it pretty forgiving for long-standing profits. You can cut down the wait time and boost profitability by buying upgrades for it in the shop. Here comes the pay what you want thing. But let's get started. So we're buying hearts here. I guess those are the default things. So far, not too slow. You can see as I buy more hearts, the amount of money I get when this meter fills up, it goes up. So now it's up to 5, 6, 8. Now I can start clicking on 2 things. There it is. There's the game in a nutshell. Until you get managers. Just clicking on whatever you can click on. I mean, in general, there usually is a strategy to which things you want to buy first. Right now, it doesn't. It's so early in the game, it doesn't really matter. It's just probably worth clicking on whatever you can click on. Let's check the managers as well. Also, there's this little bar filling up down here. When you get to a special place in it, like probably in this one, it's like if you buy 200 hearts or something, you'll get special bonus multipliers. So which things you start to buy can vary depending on which multipliers you're going for. So I need $5,555 to get someone to do the clicking for me on this chocolate box thing. I'm going to have too many things to click here if I don't get a manager soon. Too many things to click. You also don't have to buy 1 at a time. You can do 10 at a time, 100 at a time, or just buy as many as you can get. Great. This is one of those events where I guess you're going to get the managers much later. Yeah, okay, I'm going to get the managers much, much later than having all these things unlocked. So we've got all these different cute little Valentine's things. They've done events in the past. They've done like a Halloween event. They've done a Thanksgiving event, a Christmas event, a New Year's event, and now this. Hard to tell what to buy first. They more or less seem to scale up relatively. It's not like these huge leaps in how much the different things are worth. Sometimes, depending on the event, there's a huge leap. Like this one's worth like 10,000, whereas this one's only worth like the next one down is worth 100 or something. So once you get to this level, you want to buy a bunch of these. That doesn't seem to be the case in this. Seems pretty linear. I would love to get a manager soon. Yeah, clicking everything. Also, as you start to buy more, they'll speed up as well. So the meters right now are filling fairly slowly, but once we get this thing up to, I guess, 300, it looks like. You can look here and unlocks 250. So if we get 250 chocolate boxes, everything will multiply by 3.33, and that's everything. So it's probably better to get some of these up first if they're available. Start getting money faster. And there's also someone online who usually builds calculators for these, including the events. So if you get to a point where you're kind of stuck and you want to see, which things will get you where you're going faster, which things you should invest in, that calculator is usually pretty handy. Usually the cheaper things get faster. The gauge fills faster in general. I'm just kind of wondering if I should wait for a manager. It's going to be a while before getting one. Because I'm only filling things up in like units of 100. So it's going to take quite some time. Those chocolate boxes seem to be worth quite a bit. They scaled up pretty fast. Let me check the unlocks again. So 225 for the spicy sauce. Obviously, as you buy more, they start to scale up in expense as well. So buying, just the first of anything is the cheapest, and then as you go up, it gets more and more expensive. There's sometimes hidden multipliers as well that just kick in randomly. So we'll probably be fast forwarding here. So fast forward to when I get the managers. Okay, slowing down time again. Saved you some of that pain anyway. So now we have enough money to buy a manager, and I want to do that. Saved me one less thing I have to click. Not just that, but because they automatically start it going again as soon as it fills up, they're gonna do it a lot better than you can. Like for example, if I'm doing it, obviously I have these pauses before I click and get the meter started again. If you have a manager, it just does it automatically. So the next manager is going to be 22,000. Tommy Choo Choo. Nice Simpsons reference. They are clever with their humor. They do have a lot of references. A Spice Girl. Roseanne. A Mr. T woman. Hannibal Bundy. Russell Bro. Yeah, they usually do have a pretty good sense of humor. Since most of the game is just sitting around waiting for stuff, obviously the humor is only going to be good for a few minutes of fun before it keeps going. But it is cute. It is cute. Oh, come on, manager. Come on, manager. I want a manager so bad. One less thing to click on. Get those Valentines. Manage those Valentines for me, Ralph. Ah, oh, thank goodness. Okay, so Tommy Choo Choo, aka Ralph. Here we go. Now I don't have to click on these Valentines anymore. One less thing to click on. It's kind of ironic that the ultimate goal in a clicker game is to not have to click on anything. But that's how it is. So probably some more fast forwarding until I get to Rachel Gosling. My goal right now is to be able to go on autopilot. My clicking hand. Destroyer of mice. So the Valentine's event. I don't see, other than this meter of love, which has been done in the past. Kind of these profit boost meters have been done in the past. I don't see yet what makes this event special compared to other things. Like the last one was really clever, the New Year's event, because it paired it had two rows of things. On the left side were unhealthy options, on the right side, or left side were healthy options, right side were unhealthy options. That was pretty clever because what would happen is the unhealthy options could get you money faster, but, well, I should say, yeah, they'd get you money faster, but they'd, after a while, those multipliers would start to be penalties, so they would come at a cost. So the long-term game, the best thing to do is to just buy unhealthy options up to and not including the point where it's going to give you that penalty, and then spend the rest of your money on healthy options. There wasn't really kind of a trade-off. That was pretty much the clear strategy, but it was still kind of an interesting idea. Oh, manager. Thank goodness. Oh, one less thing to click on. Now I don't have to click on these three things, so I can just focus on this. It'd be nice to just focus on the right side, but that's going to be a while. Looks like the next thing that's going to happen is I can buy 25 hot sauces. There was an upgrade here that seemed to be around what it would cost to get me to 25, but let's see, what's the unlock? Everything times 3.33. So that's obviously going to be much better. If I can get everything times 3, that is much better than just getting Valentine's times 2, obviously. So gunning for the hot sauce, the spicy sauce is the way to go. That seems to be the easiest upgrade to get first. Although I haven't been paying attention to the calculations up here. Could just be my mistake, but it seems like the spicy sauce is the first thing that you're going to get the huge boost on. Once I get that huge boost, things should start happening a little faster. Usually the very start of an event is the slow bit, where you're just running around clicking on stuff. So until I get 25, I should probably fast forward this. Alright, since there's not a lot to click on at the moment, since I'm waiting for stuff to kind of roll in and get a clearer picture of what I need to do next, let's go ahead and swoon. So now it's all about just clicking the heck out of this thing to try and keep this meter going. So it basically boosted all my profits times 9, but the problem is I have to click like a madman to keep it going. It is pretty generous compared to meters in the past. Usually in the past it'll start scrolling down really fast, even when you're doing this. With this, it seems like you can just keep kind of clicking it forever, which is fine. I'm not going to be tempted by that upgrades button. I'm going to stay on this screen, because once I lose this, obviously it'll take time to recharge. Seems like I can just keep clicking this forever. So it's just click it until you have to go to the bathroom. Apologies for that clicking noise. That is part of the clicking game experience. Maybe it's worth fast forwarding through this so you don't have to hear that. So probably the next thing is getting everything to 14. So I'll wait until those coaches get up to buy times 5 and then buy them. So here's where the clicker game earns its name. Times 9 is quite impressive. That is a nice boost. We've got billions rolling in now. Actually, bling to 22 is already ready. Let's get that. Profits of everything times 3. There we go. So bling was next on the hit list. I think it should be happening 3 times as fast now. We were getting about 150 million a second or so, adding everything up. Let's go ahead and buy these. This meter is pretty generous. I don't even have to be clicking as much as I do. Okay, let's not blow out the microphone with my clicking. Let's just do this. Keep it going. Buy another one. Buy that. Buy that. Okay, so now we're ready. As soon as that stagecoach, as soon as we get 18 billion, we'll get everything times 2, which will make this about 80 million a second. Alright, let's buy an upgrade. There we go. All profits. Okay, that was a nice upgrade. I guess I should have been tempted by that one. That was nice. That was very nice. I don't know why I'm clicking as fast as I do. I'm used to past events where you really had to wail on this thing to keep it going. They did say it was generous in the little hint that they had, so that's nice. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get everything here. So, boom, everything times 2. So now we're up to 200 some odd million on these things, so billions are going to be rolling in every second now. Very nice. What's going to be next? Notebooks? Notebooks to 200. These things to 30. This thing to 15. So this thing to 15 is going to come first. Let's do that next. Oh, it's kind of like a heartbeat. I don't know if that was intentional on their part or not, but it seems like it's about kind of a heart rate here of clicking. It's very relaxing. We're almost to 73 billion, so we can get our stagecoach multiplier. And that's kind of scary, though, that this doesn't run down. That means I can never leave my computer. Okay, so profit everything times 3, so now we're really cooking with grease here. So cooking in grease, that would be quite painful. Yeah, so about 3 billion a second. Okay, we are back a day later. I've let things kind of go for the most part. I've just been upgrading just whatever seems to come natural, trying to chase these different unlocks and whatnot. But it looks like I'm at a place where the next unlock is going to be very, very, very far away. And after a day of this, I do have about 1,000 angel investors now. So it's worth doing a reset. It was probably worth doing a reset quite a while ago, but figured I'd let this run a little bit. And let's do this. So when you do a reset, basically everything goes back to 0 and you get to start all over. But each of these angels is going to be worth 2%. So basically a 2,000% bonus to everything. So things will go a lot faster. If you remember what it looked like when we were first starting, it was just click, wait, click, wait. Now it should be a lot faster. So let's do this. Claim the angel investors. Obviously you can pay money to avoid having to reset to 0, but I'm not going to do that, so here we go. So now I've got a ton of angels, but I'm back to ground 0. So let's start this off. Let's go ahead and do the maximum buying here, and we're back to the usual clicking thing. I'm also, let's see, I guess I'm going to wait for managers before I click this again. So as you can see, this is going much, much faster than it was the first time around. But I'm going to need to get some managers here. It's probably not going to take very long at all to get back to where I was, especially after waiting this long for a reset. Could probably look back through the video and see just how far out I was, but let's go ahead and keep going. I should be able to buy a manager now. There we go. First one down. Just got to keep them scrolling. Another manager. See, now things are happening real quick. So this is where the game starts to pick up. Usually events, after you get past the first hurdle, you have maybe 1 or 2 more hurdles, but usually you can complete the thing within a couple of days because of this kind of compounding effect. Just like real life, compound interest. The thing that fascinated Einstein is well at work in Adventure Capitalist. Hello, we are back and still clicking away. Actually didn't take too long to double my angel investors. You can probably tell by the clock how long I've been at this, and I'm even still clicking on the good old meter of love. So I'm going to reset this, but I'm going to try to keep this thing going, so this will be kind of tricky to do. Basically, I've just been kind of clicking on these things, more or less trying to get this stuff first rather than this stuff, because the stuff that's further down, the boosts seem to be worth a little more money. Like this boost is worth, 3 trillion, whereas this boost is worth like half a trillion or something. So it usually seems to be worth waiting for this range of stuff to open up. But we do have enough angels, so this is going to be kind of a blur. I don't have time to show how many angels there are, so you might need to pause the video if you're interested in that sort of stuff, but I am going to reset it, so let's do this. Yes, reset, and can I make it back in time? No, I can't. Okay. So be it. That's fine. I still needed to do my thing here. So, yeah, I guess I could have paused the video, but now I have 3,000 angels, so things should go even faster. The only problem is this meter of love ran out, so in some ways it will go slower than it did. I think it'll kind of balance out. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. It's also offering me this, which is all profits times 3, if I give up a lot of angels, but I don't think it's worth it. Because the angels right now are worth 2% times that, so that's 6,000% or so. And to give up 2,000% for a times 3 multiplier doesn't seem to be smart, because that's, you know, if you think about the math, that's about 300%, so that wouldn't be that smart to do. Let's go and buy some managers here, save myself some time. But yeah, we're getting to the managers much quicker now too, which is nice. Things are happening nice and quick, even without this meter of love kicking. Need to get off that so I don't accidentally spend my angels. So you can tell with these angel upgrades that obviously if I'm going to go for an extra 300%, it's probably got to be, I've got to be to the point where I can really waste those angels. So probably, you know, around 10,000 angels or something, maybe I can start thinking about that upgrade. Hire that one, and I'll just wait for this one too, just so I don't have to do as much clicking. My clicking wrist is getting tired here. It's worn out. And we are back. I did reach an interesting second plateau at this point. So things have progressed quite a bit. Things are going fast, and I'm waiting for the meter of love to run down, but I'm going to reset. Don't be surprised when you see the number of investors. That much time hasn't passed, but we're up to 167 and growing fast. The reason is just a bunch of upgrades kind of happened in a row, which put me to the next thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim the angel investors, reset, and now I have 170 some odd thousand, which is enough to justify this. So boom, we're already starting with all profits times 3%, and we're going to get started. Again, I'm going to wait until I have managers, which shouldn't take long, before I start this thing up again. Let's just buy everything and click on it at least once. Okay. And let's get the managers. Basically almost an instant process now with this much angel power kicking in for me. Also with the cash upgrades, can just whip through and buy a bunch of them. There we go. And some quick upgrades. Boom, boom, boom. So things are going to start happening real quick now. Usually with the events, you get to a certain point, and once you get past that, things just kind of rocket, usually. So we'll see if we've gotten to that point yet. I don't think we have, because looking at the number of angel upgrades you need later on, obviously you need 77 quadrillion angels. I don't think I've reached any sort of critical mass with this yet, but things are happening quite fast. So this is how the game kind of picks up over time. Okay, I'm back. Excitement is about to happen. We have this meter of love ticking down. We've also got this stagecoach to almost 40 as promised. Some time has elapsed since that happens. I think I reset about once or twice. We are at about 13.3 million angels here. And unlock-wise, one reason I wanted to kind of pause this and show it before I hit the 40 was I forgot all about it, but when you hit 40, you earn the red suit. So we're going to see what this red suit is and what it does for me. In the shop, they do have these other suits in here, if I can find them. Maybe not in this shop. Let me go to Earth here. Maybe in here they have the suits. There we go. You can buy like gold suit, blue suit, white suit, green suit if you want to spend money, or if you've been slowly earning these things through events. But yes, the gold suit, for example, is a ×2 profit multiplier wherever you go. Blue suit's a little better. White suit's speed boost is much more useful than these things because speed is the most important thing. And then the angel effectiveness is quite important as well. So those are the kind of suits that they have, but we are about to find out what the red suit does while I'm here on Earth. Let's check this out. Let's go ahead and finish off the shrimp boats and buy ourselves a couple of upgrades. Okay. while I'm on Earth. Okay. Let's get the red suit. Here we go. Boom! You unlock the red suit. What does that do? I can also get the bling profit, so let's go ahead and do that. So, red suit. Where do I even put that thing on? Swag, maybe? Suits aren't available on the event planet. Well, okay. guess we're gonna have to find out the hard way. Let's go back to Earth and see if we can get our suit on here. So there's the red suit. Equip the red suit to apply plus 2% angel effectiveness bonus to the planet you are on. So you see that the blue suit, if I can find it again here, not the blue suit, the green suit was worth plus 10%. So considering this is plus 2%, it's about a fifth as good as the green suit. So kind of calculating backwards here, you've got 240 gold bars divided by 5 or so. It's about worth one of these suits in terms of value. I assume that they've calculated all of these suit costs to be kind of like how effective they are for helping you in the game, but that's good news. If anything, you know, what the heck? If it helps me on Earth, the long slog that is Earth, let me show you the long slog that is Earth. Eventually have to earn 10,000 lemons, and I'm at, after like months of this, 7,250. so anything that helps on this long slog will be very nice. The bonus per angel is at 30% plus 2%, so it's a little bit. It's a little bit. Not a whole lot. Not much to write home about, but you know, it was free. I didn't have to actually buy it, so that was nice. Where are we at in terms of like stuff we can buy here? Can't do a whole lot on Earth, so let's check the moon out. Show you where I'm at on the moon before going back to the event. I'm basically sitting here for weeks and weeks and weeks waiting for eventually getting this oxygen bar profit. Like I think I mentioned it in the video that the moon is all about these oxygen bars. This is the only thing that really brings in the money. This is the only thing that's really worth shooting for, because when you get this unlock, suddenly, like, boom, you get this huge thing, and the moon is basically over according to what everyone says. So focusing all my efforts on oxygen bars. So I've ignored these 2 upgrades for now, and I'm just basically waiting for this to eventually tick up to 3. It may take weeks, but at least I don't have to keep it running. I just throw it in the background. That is it. So now we're back here. We're already starting to tick up pretty fast because in addition to that fancy red suit, we also got speed of bitter sweets profits ×5, which is not a big deal, but we also got, if I can find it, where is it? There we go. Profits of everything ×5. So that is probably that's the thing that's causing the biggest change here now. And we're about an hour away from our meter of love filling up. Okay, and we're back. I did a couple of resets, and, well, not that much time has passed, to be honest, and things just really started happening. Managed to get, let's see, what happened first? The hot sauce upgrade, the bling upgrade, and was able to buy a couple of these upgrades, and suddenly things are just shooting all over the place. We actually don't have any more hot sauce upgrades, which is interesting, so we must be getting close to the end of the game, to be honest. Looks like we just have one upgrade left in each category. Already got there. That was quick. But probably the thing that's going to take the time is getting to here. This 90 of everything. I imagine that's going to be kind of a long slog, but at least for these things, we should be able to finish those off real quick. Angel-wise, we are up to 113 million, but it's ticking into the billions right now, so even if we were to reset, things would happen really quickly. In fact, we could probably do that now. It'd probably be kind of interesting to do that as well, because then we could just really max out everything and just go for these 90 stagecoaches, however long that's going to take. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's reset. Even though this is ticking up pretty fast, I could just leave it going for a while, but we're going to get up to this point again real quick. So let's just reset and get started. Go ahead and buy our managers so they can handle our work for us. Middle management is great in this game. It's actually the rare useful management, which is nice. Usually management is not that useful. In this game they are. So yeah, we can already do the extra all profits times 4, so that's going to make things go even faster. Buy these cash upgrades. We're blazing by all of the things that used to take us time to get. We'll be back to where we were in a heartbeat, it looks like. So yeah, 200 hot sauce, 77 bling. We'll even have our dinners here at 65. I think that maxes that out. And things are just happening super fast. See, already we're at like the Angels going crazy here. We could even reset again and just keep resetting over and over and over again and churn through this. But we're going to max this stuff out because I think we can. So let's do that. I unlocked 3 megabucks. Yes, okay, that can be used in the main game. Anything to help make that long slog on Earth and the Moon better. See, the events are kind of fun because you get the catharsis of organizing your bookshelf in a nice compressed time period. The Earth and the Moon, you don't get that. Looks like we're about to max out our cards as well as this stuff. Those are already maxed out, I think. There we go. I think that's going to be the most for the roses because I hit the next unlock, but this bar didn't go down, which means there's just no further upgrades for this. Looks like there's no further upgrades for the television dinner. Speed of Valentine's profits going up. I like that. What do we have left? Not much, to be honest. 1,200 cards, 650 notebooks, a little bling. Another upgrade, sure, why not? Sure, keep adding to the fun. Looks like we could reset here, because look at this. We would be multiplying our angels by a factor of 1,000 by resetting, so let's go ahead and do that. Might as well, now that things are just ridiculous. You hit that one little plateau, you finally get to the meat of it, and boom, everything happens. Grab our angel upgrades here. In fact, we can now do the 22 billion angel upgrades. So we're probably each time I do this, I'm going to be getting into the next realm. And we can just get that to 60, unlock 3 gold, more things I can use in the campaign. I now have 30 gold. That's great. All of this gold I haven't actually bought, I just got it through events and stuff. Now we've maxed out our Valentine's cards. We got that upgrade. We can even max this out pretty soon, I think. I think we just maxed that out. What else can we do here? Get the last upgrade. So there's the last cash upgrade, so get a little celebration there. Angel upgrades, I still have angel upgrades, so I still have to reset to get those. But now we're in the quadrillions, so that's going to take no time at all. What else is left? The only things left are Bling 111. Let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. So now it's just literally getting everything to 90, which is this. So getting this up to 90 basically is all that's left in the game. Let's look at how our stud is doing. Look at that, he's got a chandelier, a table with hearts on it, cash line on the floor, buckets of gold. He's doing well, he's doing well. And the only thing left to buy is this stuff. In fact, if I had the meter of love, this would probably go even faster. Let's go ahead and reset again. Let's get into the 100 quadrillions. Why not? Once you get to this point, the game just is over. It's just a matter of resetting over and over again and getting things to happen. Because we're going to get another set of angel upgrades, which will make things even faster. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. And we're one closer to this. We could even buy this upgrade, but it's not worth it. That would take half my angels away, so let's not worry about that. This time, let's not forget to buy these cash upgrades, because that'll get us much faster. So there we go. We've already got all those. That's up to 60. I can just max out all these other ones here. And yeah, all that's left is getting this up to 90. So I got it up to 80. That's 7 more gold. Now I'm up to 37. And my investors are now entering into the quintillions. This is when the game gets fun. It's just resetting, getting cash money. I would love to have quindecillion dollars. I don't know how that would fit in a bank, but be very cool to have. This would be beyond Scrooge McDuck level. This would just be a money planet. It wouldn't be a bin, it would just be a planet of cash. This is going to take a while to get to 90, but we've already got 60 quintillion angels here, so we could just reset again. Go through the usual thing, because to be honest, at this point, resetting is just going to be faster than waiting for anything, the way those angels are ticking up now. So let's grab our managers, get those angels, get the cash upgrades. Probably already be able to get the last one. Yep, no problem. And max everything out. In fact, just for good measure, I can do that. So I got the bow badge for getting up to 85. Thank you. And angel-wise, we're in the sextillions. But we don't have any more angel upgrades left, so there's not really much of a point to resetting if I can get to 90 from here. Looks like I can get close. This is going to scale up by, it looks like a factor of 5 every time is what it has been scaling up to, so the next one will be 30 septendecillion. When I do get this, let's just test my theory. You know, it's just better to reset than to actually wait for anything at this point, but just to kind of see what it is. It won't take too long. I won't even need to use this meter of love for the last burst, because just the angel resets are going to do it much faster than me. Already at 3 sextillion. There are no more upgrades at this point, so that number of angels per reset is going to kind of level off. That's what happened on Mars, for example. I finished that one. The reason is there's just no more multipliers left. As you can see, this is the only unlock left. The speed of Unicoach rides profits times 5, and that's it. And that's nice, because that's now equivalent to these ones, but it's not going to really change our angel equation too much. But let's go ahead and reset one last time for kicks. So probably the next reset is going to take the same amount of time. There's no acceleration left because there's no multipliers left. Grab all that, grab all that. It is nice that these events are something you can theoretically do in a day or two. That is nice. I think I didn't participate in the Halloween event because I didn't even realize it was going on. But I have participated in the events after that. The Thanksgiving event, and I think to a lesser extent the Christmas event kind of went right up to the line. Like during that event period, if you were just going the whole time, you would just have enough to kind of scrape in and get everything done. With the New Year's event and this event, it's just a day or two, no problem. And we're already in like the 16 sectillions, but we probably won't need it. See, there we go. Speed of fuel meal profits times 5, and when I get everything to 90, there we go, I've unlocked the unicorn. So badge 4 of 4, I think that's just everything. Yes, nothing left to unlock. So I don't think there are going to be any secret unlocks beyond this. Let's see, is there a currency exchange? Yes, there is. But it's going to take a while to get to this. The currency exchange is basically just you siphon away some of your in-game cash to buy these megabucks things, which you can trade for other stuff. Not a big deal. But yeah, while the event's still going, we can just kind of exchange those for megabucks and just get a few of these things out of that. How about there's not a whole lot left to do here? Everything is unlocked. Money is just rolling in. Feels good to be rich and with a red suit. So, with 5 days left to go, still plenty of time, we have just cleared the Valentine's event, and I hope giving you a taste of what Adventure Game Capitalist is like. There are definitely other events. It is a fun little game. It is a clicker game. There's nothing terribly exciting going on, but it is what it is. It is fun. Especially like when you get to that point where you're just at the end game and just resetting, clearing everything out, organizing your bookshelf, getting that little endorphin rush. So that is the game, Adventure Capitalist. If you're interested, it is free. It is on Steam. It's also on Congregate, and I think it's on mobile as well. So it's in different places. I'm not sure if you can switch back and forth between them, but there it is. So, Panda Bits, if you have managed to watch to the end of this video, well, thank you for watching to the end of the video. And there is Adventure Game Capitalist, or Adventure Capitalist. That is what I have 500 some odd hours in Steam on, because basically what happens is I just minimize it to the background, occasionally come by and click on something. That's about it. But that's why I have 500 hours in it. Probably Crusaders of the Lost Idols will be in the same place. But happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the Adventure Capitalist video and the event if you're participating. I will see you on the next Blue Tengu Unplugged.